Next, we'll talk about how to set up a sensor so that it monitors. If we go to the sensor and we click on it, we say configure settings. This setup is universal for all of the types of sensors. First thing is you can decide for high and low conditions, so this is temperature, what to do. So number one, we set the high. So right here we have it set for 90. If we want to move it up and down, we can move it up and down. We can slide this back and forth. We can decide if this is an alarm or not. Alarm means that the alarm outlet, if configured, is activated. That typically is for me a light that will tell me that there's something wrong. And then also the text messages. So we'll send SMSs when you exceed the alarm. So in this case, 90 degrees. If you were going to use this to do control instead of just straight alarming, you would turn off that because you don't want to get a text message every time it goes on and off. You then say when a high condition is exceeded, do you want to turn something off or do you want to turn something on? Then the same thing here for off and on. Now, once you've set up your smart outlets, you'll be able to go ahead and select what you want to turn on or off. In this case, I would want to turn off the heater. The green indicates it's on, the white indicates it's not. And so I would go ahead and set that heater. I would select that and say that. So that's going to be on. When I exceed 90 degrees, I will turn it off, the heater off, which is what you'd want to do. And then you need to save it when you're done. That's all you have to do. The same thing is true for pH, except of course they're pH settings. You set it up, you set up what your settings are, and then you do it. If you're not using CO2 injection or O3 injection, you might just use the alarm function just to tell you it says. This is ORP. ORP is the same way. You set up your conditions. These are a little wider in their stuff. You just go ahead and set up what your ORPs are, and then you go. That's all it takes to set up the actual configuration of the alarms. We also have an alarm outlet, which we'll configure later.